Let's get our... What are you doing here? I wasn't planning on filming today. Guys, I got dinner I gotta make, and actually, you know what? Let's do some stir frying and fly tying. That's actually got a really nice ring to it. Alright, we're doing this. Roll up our sleeves. Get our... No, not that one. Sure, why not? Copper Chef, even though it's beat to shit. I don't think it needs sharpening, but... Anyway, so you guys are probably wondering why you're getting notifications from Anchors Away Angling instead of the Mid Fisherman, even though it's the same person. Well, bit of a story behind that. So my channel was originally titled under the Mid Fisherman because I was a midshipman at the United States Naval Academy. I say was because after 3 years, I got sent home. It wasn't for anything like conduct related, or I didn't lie, cheat, or steal. I just had an act board that didn't go my way. And that's really all the further I want to go into it. But I still am going to be a part of the Navy. And our Navy service song is Anchors Away. And I kind of liked the 3 A's together. So Anchors Away Angling was born. So that's where that came from, and I actually did some design on Paint 3D to get the new channel logo. I'm actually kind of proud of it. I like it. So I'm gonna get dinner rolling, and then while we wait for chicken to defrost and then cook, we'll tie some flies up, and yeah, stay tuned. You don't want to miss this. Okay, so now that we're all set up, while we're waiting for the chicken to marinate and just for a little bit of time to pass so that way dinner's hot when everybody gets here, we're going to start off with a little midge pattern. We'll take some lead-free wire, insert into our bead. Maybe. Also, I'm using a size 16. They're technically dry fly and nymph hooks, so I don't know how well they're going to work for a midge pattern. But we're going to try anyway, since these are all I could find at my local outdoor store. I want to build this up kind of thick. I want this one to be able to sink. Flatten that out. Wrap it back. Try to build up a little bit of a transition where that wire stops. And then I want to do something just a little different. with this one, I want to take not one that long. I want to take one of these little spare pieces of flash that I've got just laying around from other projects. And I'm gonna go ahead and secure that. Just to kind of help give these fish a little something to chase. Trim it to length. Next up, I want to grab some. God, it'd be really great if I had some copper or some silver wire, but I don't. So instead, just to kind of help tie this in, I'm just going to get a little pinch of a synthetic kind of white crystal. I don't know if this is, I don't remember if this is like an ice dubbing or what. Twist that on there and just give a nice little dubbing ball up near the head. And grab our whip finisher. Finish that bad boy off. And then that one is going in our box. This next one's gonna have a little bit more of a realistic look. I want to do a little caddis larva, since that is the primary insect forage that I have seen in my local trout stream. Build up a little bit of a wire underneath the body, lead-free wire. Then wrap this thread well into the hook bend before grabbing some of this olive dubbing. I personally love this stuff. It twists on here so easy. It was way too much. thread back up to the head. Now I'm trying to figure out where I want to go with this first. I think first I'm going to take 3 strands of pheasant tail. So that I can make little legs out of them. Take our little pick and separate these ones out. Just take a single thread wrap in between them. Now we get I'm going to go two strands of peacock herl to kind of fold them back. Couple wraps there. Snip off the excess. And then I like to give these a little twist. And just do a couple wraps to kind of get that transition from the dubbing up to the bead. And then you want to take a couple thread wraps in front of and behind them just to really lock them in place. Make sure they don't go anywhere. Snip those off. Grab our whip finisher. Get about 4 or 5 wraps. Trim our legs to our desired length. And there we have our nice pretty little caddis larva. As you guys can see, we have been hard at work gearing up to go back to Clear Creek. But the main problem is we've had so much snow, it's been freezing cold. Then we had a bunch of rain, so now the creeks are all up, they're super muddy, and I don't feel like waiting when the creeks are up and you can't see the fish. So we gotta wait until we get a dry spell, let the water levels come back down, the creeks will clear up. Then we'll get some more trout fishing content. But in the meantime, I'm going to be going to a stocked pond that has some catfish. Hopefully we can tie into some big kittens next Saturday. Yes, next Saturday. Oh God, I know I'm a baby. Out here. God, that burns. Woo! Also, just in case you guys were wondering, I took a little break. But if you heard somebody chirping away in the background and wanted an update, here you. Freckles has the cone of shame. She got fixed and her front claws removed, so her stitches should be coming out here in a couple days, and we'll get the cone off shortly. So, during the home stretch, she's been kind of lazy the past few days, haven't you? Dad, I want this thing off. I know. But we can't trust you not to chew your stitches out, so we gotta leave it on. Anyway, let's get dinner rolling, and then we'll tie a few more flies. So now that we've got that on low, everything's ready. We just need to wait for the family to get here. Let's get back to it. Get me some sweet tea before I sat down here to really tuck into it again. Also, if you drink sweet tea out of mason jars, hit that like button. You are my kind of people. Actually, if you just drink out of mason jars in general, let me know. I want to know how many good old boys and girls I've got in my audience. I prefer people that drink out of mason jars to every other kind of person. Get back in there. Whew, almost had a disaster. I almost spilled size 16 hooks all in my little materials box. I mean, they're barbless, so if you grab one, I mean, it's gonna suck, but it's not gonna screw you up too bad. You know what? I got an idea. Anyone who knows me will tell you that that's that's dangerous. Also, I'm doing these last few flies wide angle and not really focusing in on exactly what I'm doing, because frankly, I kind of just wanted to take this as an opportunity to address you guys. Is that part of a saddle hackle, or no, those are biots. We don't want to do that. There's a saddle hackle. Okay. So we're gonna, if I can pick it up, there. Sorry. We're gonna use this as the tail. I'm making a small dry fly, so when the creeks clear up and fish start feeding on the surface, we're gonna be able to, hopefully. I don't need all of that though. So, first things first, I need to secure a thread to the hook. Duh. Also, I need to get a better vise because I think this one's. I'll show you guys. I'll put up a small clip of it, like here-ish. But I used my vise and some of my fly tying materials to make a new toy for Freckles, and I tied it on my ultralight rod. It's the cutest thing ever. I had her going with it. I put it up at the back of the couch, and I actually got to the point where she would grab it, pull it, and I could hear the line start peeling off the reel like she was pulling drag. Cutest thing ever. But anyways, take this and secure it to the back of our fly. And I actually want to fold this back. I have almost pulled this hook out of my vise. That's no good. Because that hook is going to start catching and fraying my thread. Snip that off. So now we've got a nice little body transition there. You can build one of those up with thread. I just personally don't like wasting thread. So instead I'm going to use saddle hackle feather. You know, my argument's kind of falling apart here. Because thread's cheaper than fly tying feathers. Whatever. Point is, it got the look I was going for, so that's all that matters, right? I kind of knew where I was going with this. I'm just curious how I want to give it the look that I'm going for. Whatever happened to you guys? I feel like tying and you're like, I know what I want this to look like, but I just don't know how to get it there. It's kind of where I'm at. So what I think I'm gonna do is right where I want this wing to sit, I'm gonna build a little bit of a thread dam to kind of like prop it up. Yeah. Sorry if you guys hear the tea maker making noise in the background. Ah. No. Now I should probably be using hackle pliers for this. Try and brush out any trapped fibers. Trim the ones that are in front of the head. I mean, I'm no trout, but if I saw something like that skittering across the top, I'd eat it. I wonder too if I should like trim up the hackle, or if I should leave it like big and out there. I don't know. I got several variations of things. There's the one that we just tied. I've got several variations of things that look very similar to it. Because apparently, from everything that I've read, subtle variations in your pattern can make a world of difference. I don't know. I still have yet to catch my first wild trout, so we'll see. Shit. Oh no. I kinked it too high up and then it snapped off. You know something I've kind of just now taken stock of? Every time I tie a hare's ear, I always make the tail something super bright and fluorescent, like either a yellow bucktail or like chartreuse material. But what if that's not... Sis is home. What if that's not what the trout want? So this one, I'm gonna give it a black tail. Just as something a little different. Because apparently in trout fishing, it's all about those subtle variations. Even though I would argue going from yellow to black isn't that subtle, but it's the thought that counts. I go ahead and secure some copper wire. Hey sis. Sorry. If it makes you feel any better, dinner's ready.
I can smell that. What is this? I see rice.
Yep, it's a chicken stir fry. I marinated the chicken with some soy sauce, garlic, ginger, and chili powder.
Bro, you're gonna make me want to eat this with my chopsticks. Mom, being good ass. I might actually try it, don't tempt me. I'll take a fork, but
I was saying, I mean, like, feel free. I'm not gonna stop you. There. Oh, also, don't worry. Any bit with you is gonna get edited out.
I don't care. I've already been there once, so.
Oh, that's right. I forgot. Never mind. So
How could you forget? Clip it.
Oh my god, the freaking... Yeah, the squeaky laugh. That was me, by the way. No!
Flip it.
God. Is it fine? Did it secure itself enough? I don't know. I was going to whip finish and it got stuck. Oh, it's...
Sounds like a skill issue.
It really is. She's not wrong. Just give it a little bit of UV resin up near the head. Little UV resin fixes everything. Just like over the back where the body joins the bead. I don't even know what it caught on. Oh, well, It's fine. How is it? Alright, it's set. Put it in the box next to my other hare's ear. See what I mean? It's got a bright tail versus a black tail. That one's also a little fluffier. I don't know. Anyway, I'm gonna get my workstation cleaned up, dish myself up some dinner, sit down, relax, and enjoy my evening. I appreciate you guys watching to the end. I will see you in the next one. Fair winds, following seas, tight lines. Love you guys.